Yankeetown is old Florida. You go by this place, you would never miss it. It's a town that's almost been forgotten. It's amazing how slow paced this town is, how quiet it is. It's almost eerie. You're out on the streets in the middle of the day and there's really not a lot of people around. Definitely a small town feel, but with that small town feel comes something unique. Everybody wants to live in that town where everybody knows your name, and that's exactly how Yankeetown is. This isn't my first time to Yankeetown, but every other trip before to fish here has been in the wintertime. And I've actually spoken to Bill about coming to Yankeetown this time of the year to target tarpon specifically. You know, talking with Bill, the guy's eaten up with tarpon fishing, and he says, this is the time of the year, you gotta come back here and you gotta lay witness to this fishery. When you come to this area, whether it's Crystal River or Yankeetown, it's incredible scenery. Wildlife, picturesque, but in the background, when you get close to the Gulf, is this massive power plant. And I'm sorry, it just doesn't fit in. It's almost out of place, like somebody just stuck it there. You're sitting there, if you look one way, all you see is beautiful Gulf and beautiful scenery. You turn around and you see a giant power plant. But in between those two are a lot of fish and a lot of tarpon. That's what we're targeting. These juvenile tarpon getting this canal first thing in the morning, and Bill said this is the timing. They're gonna be here at a certain tide, at a certain time of the day, and I tell you, the guide called it exactly like it was.
Yeah, the happy ones over there.
That's where we need to head. Like I said, that's why I wanted them on this side of us, because these fish always hang right on the edge right here, George. They hang right outside of these mullet right here, just like right back through here. It just, the reason why these fish are here is because this is just like our flats, you know, it's 2-3 feet deep everywhere, and this is like a 15-foot channel. And they'll lay in this channel overnight. Oh, big fish, he just ate too. Yeah, they lay in the channel overnight, and then when the tide comes in, they'll get up on these flats to feed, you know, and I mean, these fish have been here for years and years and years. You know, it used to be warm water coming out of that power plant before it broke, and these fish were born here. You know, in the wintertime, they would just go in here for safety, you know, and all these fish were born here, and they just keep coming back to it, you know.
Well, this area is legendary for its big fish. World record came, you know, 2 towns down in Homosassa on the fly, so it's definitely has its large tarpon, and I know there's a migration through here every year, so this is one of the prime destinations for big fish.
Oh, I got one on me. He just ate it. He's getting my mullet.
He's eating your popping cork too.
Yeah, he popped that mullet like 4 times, George.
There he is.
About a 50-pounder.
Nice.
I got him on. Got him on, baby.
Got
him on. Yeah, I said. No, he's about a 20-pounder, bro. Little guy.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's all we need. Oh, the one just ate the mullet that came off.
Yep. Good, George. Double up with me, bro. Double up with me.
God, that mullet was in there for
He crushed it.
second.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Your mullet's still on the surface right there, and he's trying to eat your mullet.
Still trying to eat the other mullet, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, there's another one rolling back there too. Yeah, bro, if you double up, that'd be sick. You see how fast he ate that mullet when I got him over there?
Yeah, you got it right in front of him.
Oh, comes the mullet. Nice little fish. I thought he was bigger. It looked like the bigger one was trying to eat it, and this little guy came in and got it.
What a pretty fish, though.
Yeah, bro.
I hope you land him. Oh, he's on me.
There you go. Double up, George.
He's on me.
Double up. Oh, he boiled the heck out of that thing. Yeah.
I'll help you.
Manatee, bro, check that out. Is that sick, dude, or what?
Manatee right here in a tarpon.
And a calf. Look at the little baby manatee. Did you see the calf?
She got scared.
God, what an amazing fishery we have here.
We haven't.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't been out here 15 minutes.
Yep. Already got one out, bro.
Open your mouth.
What a beautiful fish. Good job, George.
Definitely cool.
Awesome fish, buddy. Grab her. Yeah, bro. Guaranteed, man. I don't think there's nothing that I enjoy more, George, than watching that fish. Did you see how it ate that mullet, bro?
Yeah, that was a cool sight.
I mean, a little 15, 20 pound fish will eat it the same way a 100-pound fish eats it.
They learn at a young age.
Yes, they do. It's like 8:45. That way, because we want to fish that high out going in the river. So we'll give us a good hour to secure some bait. We'll probably try to get like 40 live mullet. Like I said, them bigger fish want them bigger mullets, but I always prefer to have a good variety of sizes. Fish rolled right back there on that line.
You know, I tarpon fish in my area. Not like Bill, of course. To stand by with the bait, to be ready, and to throw right on top of a rolling fish, that's not something I normally do. I'll get in an area where the fish are rolling and I'll set up, but he'll sit there and wait. And to realize and to understand that this is an effective technique, that if you throw that bait right on top of that fish when it rolls, it's gonna eat it. That's incredible. And that happens so often this very first morning, is that a fish rolled, you throw your bait in there, whether it was a live bait or artificial, you land right on top of them, you make a couple twitches and boom, you get a bite. That's new to me. I haven't done that before, and it's definitely something that I'm gonna do in the future. I got him. Nice.
God, that drag was tight.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, Bill actually took off over there to get some bait in his boat because it's so shallow. He went to get some mullet for later. I'm just sitting here waiting on him and threw a mullet out the back. Gotta keep fishing, right? Freaking one eats. How funny is this? Sorry, Bill. See you way over there, buddy. Appreciate it. Fun on this light tackle, too. A little roller there. So these are smaller juvenile fish. Bill said we're gonna go after the big ones this afternoon. Tide was just right for these smaller ones. You know what? I'd be happy catching these all day. These smaller ones are a little easier to manage. Just as acrobatic. I've never tarpon fished. I've been in this area. Red fishing, caught some snook, some sheep's head, grouper fishing up here, but never tarpon fishing. And the funny thing is people think Boca Grande, they think the Keys, you know, Homosassa is where world record on fly came from. They have giant tarpon up here. I think it's kind of like the overlooked area. Bill obviously has something special here. Look at that top knot, 40 pound. You would think you have to come out here and use something heavier. 40 pound top knot fluoro, just abraded, but look at this, it held. And he just inhaled that hook.
I got like 50 mullet, bro. Hell yeah. George, I was hoping so bad you would get one, bro, while we were doing it. Big old hog leg right there, buddy. They're such a tough fish to target. You know, you can easily spot sometimes hundreds of fish, but then they're so difficult to get to eat. Or you can have one fish one day, present the bait perfectly to him and he eats it right away. But every day is different with tarpon fishing. You never seem to figure it out completely. You're always learning. And I tell you, coming to a place like this, coming to Yankeetown, getting in some of these back canals and seeing these 100, 150 pound fish laid up on the surface. If I lived here, that's what I would do every day. Like Bill said, I wouldn't care about redfish, I wouldn't care about trout, grouper, nothing else would matter. I would chase that one fish that was laid up. If I had one shot all day long, that would be a successful day for me. I grew up in Chicago, in the southern part of Chicago, and one time we lived in between evictions. We didn't have a bunch of money or anything like that. We lived in a campground for pretty close to a year. And I had my father who really liked to drink and abuse me and stuff like that. So I used to go down and fish all the time, right? So number one, it was a way for me to get away from the abuse, and I would find myself down there for hours and hours a day, and I never really understood until I got older that I was just trying to escape. But what happened in the meantime was really cool because it was an escape for me, and I was able to really, really enjoy figuring out fishing. It just was a rough way to go to be in high school, and I decided I wanted to go to college and do different than my parents did, and I started to read about fishing in Florida, and tarpon fishing specifically. I read that they were the hardest fish to catch, that they were the most reward that you can get from an inshore fish, like everything you read about them. And so as soon as I graduated from college, I moved to Florida. I moved to Homosassa, Florida. You know, Crystal River actually, and Homosassa is where all the world record tarpon are from. So I came here to learn how to tarpon fish. At the head of this river, where Lake Rousseau meets it, there's a giant spillway. It used to cut across through the barge canal, which is the next channel over, and there's two huge spillways in there. So this river is a huge freshwater dump.
So it's all fresh right now.
100% fresh water in here. Oh, is he back on it? He's back on it. He's back underneath me. That fish was like 60, bro. Oh, he's still underneath me.
Oh, what a bite. Oh, nice. In a belly.
Yeah, baby. About a 40-pounder, George. Yeah.
How pretty is it back here?
Dude, is this sick, bro, or what, George?
Incredible.
Coming up. Yeah. George, I'm so glad you could be here with me, bro, to experience this, man.
Bill is so upbeat and positive. You almost ask yourself, is this guy for real? I mean, how could you be this happy about anything in life? I love fishing. I have a true passion for fishing, but my passion is dwarfed by Bill's. I can just tell you that. You just start to feel good. You could wake up and have a rough morning, get on the boat with this guy, and I can tell you, you're gonna start to feel better.
That was sick, bro.
It's crazy how you catch the ones they roll. You just throw right on their heads and they eat it.
That's it. Yeah. Nice little, maybe 30, 40-pound fish. Not a giant, bro, but I'm gonna put George on a 100-pounder. We're gonna work him here soon.
I'm ready.
A lot of big fish rolling around here. Bro, he absolutely crushed that mullet. 3 times.
That a couple times.
Oh, what a big fish back there, bro.
They're showing up now. The tide got flowing and all of a sudden it just turned on.
Yeah, as soon as it starts moving, man, they'll come up. There we go. Yeah. Sorry, George.
No worries, let me get underneath it.
Oh, I'm coming this way.
Back.
There we go.
You know what's cool is they're back here in this just
in fresh water, bro. I mean,
environment. This is like picturesque, beautiful.
Old Florida, bro.
Nobody else is out here with you.
Nope.
No, I mean, the funny thing is though, when people found out I was coming here tarpon fishing, they said, oh, you're gonna be out in the Gulf. They thought that we were gonna be targeting migrating fish as they come past, you know, out of Boca Grande and migrate north. They said, oh, we're gonna find them migrating out in the Gulf. And that's not what he does here. And I was more excited to find out that he was finding these fish in the back rivers. That's exciting to me. To catch them out in the wide open, you know, when they're schooled up and migrating through, yeah, that's great. But to be able to target these fish when in these winding canals and they're rolling and you're pitching baits to them, that's exciting to me.
He swiped at it a couple times, but when he got that thing down his throat, that was it.
Yeah. And we're almost at the end of our season here too, you know.
How long does it last?
Usually probably about like end of July. You know, a lot of these fish will move out. Some of these smaller fish like this fish, they'll be here until about middle October.
And when do they show up? When do they start fishing for them?
About mid-April. They start to come in here real good. Fish is good. That's how you treat a tarpon right there. You take really good care of these fish.
YETI's motto is built for the wild. Everybody's wild is different. My wild could be running to the Bahamas, needing a 250 full of ice to hold fish. Somebody else's wild could be a backpack, gear for the gym, Camino bag, run to the store, pick up some groceries, dry load box, safety gear, EPIRBs and sat phones to keep you alive in case of an emergency. Or your wild may even be middle school, lunch period, with the day trip. A panga bag to keep your gear dry in any means of travel. And probably one of the most important things to me, the YETI Rambler to keep my coffee warm all day. It's a brand that's built for everybody. It's not just your most seasoned, hardened outdoor enthusiasts. It's the whole family. They make something for everyone, and that's the great thing about YETI. But the things that they build are built to last. YETI's built for the wild, and wherever your wild is, YETI has a product for you.
When I was in college, bro, all I did was read books about tarpon fishing, and then that's right when the computers were first, and I started to read about Homosassa tarpon. And I wanted to move to Florida and tarpon fish. I didn't know nothing about tarpon fishing. I just knew, from what I read, they were the biggest, strongest, hardest fish to catch.
Definitely figured it out. You got them dialed in.
I'm still figuring it out, man.
Hey, we're all still learning. The day you stop is the day you stop growing.
When you think of tarpon fishing, you definitely have heard of Homosassa, and that's an area that lies south of here. World record tarpon has come from Homosassa, but Yankeetown is really not on the map for tarpon fishing. It's not something that I would really put Yankeetown tarpon fishing together, but they have their fish.
Oh, I see him. Oh, he's going over to it, George. Sick him, that's a big fish, George. Real. Yeah, baby, that's the big one. Big fish, George. 100-pounder. 100-pounder, baby.
On the T-top!
Hell yeah, baby. Smoke that mullet, George. On the T-top, dog. Way to go. My man, George, I wanted you to get a pretty good fish.
Well, we got him.
Yeah, that's a good sized fish, buddy. Real good fish.
Hey, Bill, can you reel us out of bait in?
Yes, I can. Nice fish, George. Where's the other rod at, bro?
Right there.
Right here. I got you, bro. Hell yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
What a cool vantage point from up here.
Yeah, that's about the perfect size fish,
yeah,
George.
This is a good size.
Where you can
right
whoop
here.
him in real quick. He's not too giant.
Yeah, this is a perfect size.
I thought Bill was from this town. And it's funny, after talking with him and him opening up and learning his life story, that he's from Chicago. This is a kid that grew up in Chicago and dreamed of one day becoming a saltwater fisherman. And not just a saltwater fisherman, but a tarpon fisherman. And to see that come full circle, to see him from Chicago moving to Florida, getting a job so he could pursue his passion and really diving into that and learning everything he could about tarpon fishing and becoming one of the best at it, especially in this area, that's incredible. This is a guy that had a dream and did everything possible to pursue it, and it's worked out perfectly for him.
20 years ago, before I ever tarpon fished or anything and read about them, all I ever wanted to do when I was a kid was tarpon fish.
That's funny.
And here I am filming a show with you, catching them. Do you want me to pull that trolling motor up or the motor or whatever? You tell me.
I think I gotta come down.
If you want to, it's time to come down.
Yeah. You hold this rod a minute.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you are whooping that fish, boy. What a beautiful fish, man. Said probably 60 pounds, George. 70 maybe.
I'm going with him.
Oh, there's another one with
Drop
him.
Drop a bait.
Let me grab a bait. Yeah.
Drop a bait.
Hold on, let me grab a mullet. Dude, if we could double up, that'd be sick, bro.
Bill came to this area and he didn't have anybody that was mentoring him. There was nobody tarpon fishing this area. Amazingly enough, really none of the other guides in this area do this. Yeah, down in Homosassa they do, a lot of fly fishermen, and he tells stories where they ran him off because he wanted to live bait the tarpon. But in this area, he's learned it himself by grinding it out, by getting out there day in, day out. And that's probably one of the best ways to learn, to be on the water frequently, to establish your own patterns, to keep records, to look back on years past and see where you found fish and what tides and what they did and what they ate and different presentations. He's learned this on his own. He put time in, and there's nothing that replaces that time on the water.
I got her, George. I got her, buddy. Dude, that hook is right in her clipper, bro.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
That circle hook, I mean, you just let it sit in the rod holder. It's pretty much a no-brainer.
Talking with Bill, he was so nervous to do this show. He was afraid of not performing and not being able to put me on fish. And I knew he was on fish. I've been following all his social media posts. I said he was on it, but he was nervous. And to get him out on the water, to catch a couple tarpon, for him to relax and to sit back and go, God, you could see it. The anxiety was gone, and he could just kind of open up and say to me, you know what, this is a dream for me. I was able to take you out here, to put you on some tarpon, and it worked out just the way I wanted it to work out.
There she goes. She was ready to roll, bro. Oh, George. Hey, congratulations, brother.
God, thank you so much.
Told you I'd put you on one.
That was awesome.
That was sick, bro.
He references so many other guides in Florida, very well established, highly respected guides that he looks up to. And what Bill doesn't realize is that he's the same class as all these other guides, and he's so humble he doesn't even realize that.
That's a perfect presentation. It's like a kite presentation.